You've probably heard a couple of brilliant marketers screaming at the top of their lungs, websites are dead. But is that really true? They then recommend funnels, landing pages, and some quick hacks. That's all you supposedly need. But in today's video, we're gonna set the record straight. But spoiler alert, your website is very much alive. It might just need a quick touch-up. So, if you want your business to consistently generate sales, attract loyal customers, and operate at a high level, this video is for you. So stick around because what you're about to learn could change everything. So why do you keep hearing this? Why do we keep hearing that websites are dead? Well, usually it's from high-level marketers that are promoting funnel software and quick tactics. They're smart. They know that a website is a very, very powerful asset for your business, and they know that if you master your website strategy, you might not need their expensive tools. Don't hit the player, understand the game. Now here's the real issue. Many businesses just build websites because they saw others doing it. They just build an uninspired expense. This thing has no intention, it has no alignment with their marketing strategy, it's just there. Well, this is how websites can feel dead because they were born dead. They were built without vision, strategy, or purpose. A website should serve a function. It should be directly tied to your business goals, whether that's building a list, generating leads, closing deals, or positioning your brand. The truth is, great marketers think in assets, not just quick sales. Asset-based thinking means investing in physical or digital assets that scale. Contrast to this is profit and loss thinking. Now, profit and loss thinking is about obsessing about whether your move is making a profit or a loss. It's mostly short-term. It's reactive and it's about putting out fires every single day. The reason why this is so dangerous is because it has no long-term thinking. If you're just obsessing about whether your move will make a profit or a loss, it might stop you from investing into long-term assets that will continue to produce long-term results, which is a very, very hard mindset to get out of. We all want quick wins. Nobody just wants to sit around and invest in things like proper business assets, proper business literature, a proper logo and things like that, because those don't have a short-term return. If you put in big money in a logo and designing proper business assets, you might feel like you're losing money in the short term. Well, let me tell you, if you don't spare any expense when it comes to quality, you've just gotten yourself a business asset that will represent your brand and take you to the next level. That logo or those business assets, those business literature will stand the test of time and will keep on bringing results years from now, provided the strategy was okay and it fell in line with everything that you're trying to do. And that's the difference of asset-based thinking. And I'll submit to you that now is the time for you to look at asset-based thinking. Now is the time to stop chasing the next sale and invest in long-term value. So let me double down on this. Your website is a proper strategic marketing asset. I like to call it your digital marketing headquarters. It's not just about the looks, it's about strategically guiding your visitors, capturing critical data, and nurturing long-term customer relationships. It positions your brand and generates long-term sales. Let me break this down. A website that has properly been designed with inspired intention and has been thought about before it was actually being launched, and not just being launched because everybody else is doing it, is that kind of website where if a customer lands on the homepage, the team has already thought about how that customer is going to be moved and led into the actual action that they want the customer to take. Now, this might be requesting for a quotation, or it might be getting in contact, or receiving some sort of a free gift. Every action that the customer is taking on the website has been predicted, thought about, and is properly intentional and plays into the customer journey until they lead the customer into that action that they want them to take. They get that customer's data and they store them in their database, and they're able to contact them and create the customer relationship, nurture the relationship, and be able to get repeat sales from that customer. That's a website with proper intention. Don't just build something that is uninspired just because it has to get out of the way. Build something that is intentional, that will lead the customer to the end that you want them to get. Let's not waste money on uninspired websites. We are elite business owners here in this community. So everything that we do is intentional. We don't produce lackluster work. So that inspired website will gather customer data, and that data will help them to deeply understand their customer. It will help them to refine their offers. It will also help them to optimize the customer journey, make it better. And whether you like it or not, data-driven decisions outperform guesswork every single time. Ignoring data is like driving at full speed blindfolded. Exciting, but not recommended. So use that data. Now, there are many different types of assets, right? I can talk about market assets. I can talk about brand assets. I can talk about IP. I can talk about culture assets. I can talk about finance assets. There are many different categories of business assets that you can focus on and work on. But if we talk about brand assets, we're talking about clear messaging that positions you uniquely. If we talk about content assets, we're talking about blogs, we're talking about posts, we're talking about videos and so on. We're talking about developing your own philosophy, things that you live by. We're talking about mastering your communication channels. We're talking about mastering your product assets. We're talking about leveraging the data insights. Let me just give you an example of one of the clients that we worked at. And this was Agazo Agribusiness Solutions. Now, when these guys came to us, they were talking about building strategic partnerships. Basically, at first, they were invisible online. They had no presence at all. So we got to work and transformed their website into a lead generating machine. It wasn't just a one and done thing that's just like an inspired thing whereby they just leave you to do it, right? The intention was to generate strategic partnerships so their mission of providing market linkages to smallholder farmers can be achieved. So what does that do? That tells us a type of copy that we should add on the website. That tells us how we're going to position that website, how we're going to lead that customer all the way up until the end that we want them to get, which is a partnership. That was back in October. Now these guys are getting in major players to partner up with them. Another case is Prime Pins. These guys already knew what they wanted to achieve. All we had to do is bring that idea to life and put it on a website. And their website right now is the most effective website that we've ever produced, with about 90,000 visitors every single day. Those are leads, partnerships, and so on. So at Rubicon Ventures, we don't just build websites. We partner with you to create proper business assets. We consult, mentor, and make sure that you implement all this in the real world. Practical solutions tailored to your growth. Think of us as your gym partner who won't let you skip leg day, but for business, building up a strong foundation, right? Let me just give you some quick source from the Bible. Proverbs 25 verse 2. This verse says, "It's the glory of God to conceal a matter, but to search out a matter is the honor of kings." So, if you've led your business from being a one-man show to about 3 to 12 employees, that comes with its own setbacks, that comes with its own challenges. But I know in whichever industry you're at, there are others who are succeeding and making more money than your business. The challenges come with the territory. So instead of looking at your matter as hopeless and helpless, since others have been able to do it and they are succeeding effectively, it is your honor as a king to search out that matter and find the true source that makes that business succeed. So all those challenges are just opportunities. Opportunities to discover deeper truths and take your business to the next level. So, me and my team have created a roadmap. The link is in the description. You can visit our website. You can download that roadmap so they can give you somewhere to start, somewhere to focus on to build those business assets. It's practical, actionable, and built for growth. Remember, elite businesses thrive because they build assets, not just tasks. So, start today. Share this video to that one friend who will feel like will benefit from this source right here. Thank you in advance. So, whether you know it or not, to get a website, you need website hosting. So, if you want to know everything there is to know about website hosting, watch this video.